Today we're gonna do a chemical burn for Halloween or whatever, and you're gonna need liquid latex, some sponge wedges, cotton balls, paintbrushes, paint of course, and fake blood, and Alka-Seltzer tabs, or whatever, stuff that like fizzes. So I'm just grabbing a sponge and putting on a first layer of liquid latex, and I let it dry, and I'm doing a second layer because you want to build it up. And it dries pretty clear, as you can see, so it looks like flesh, and it really does move with your skin, so it's pretty awesome. And next I'm just grabbing the cotton balls. I'm just like ripping them up and placing them on the liquid latex while it's still wet, so they'll stick. And then I'm grabbing a sponge and dipping it in latex and dabbing it over the tissue. This was like the hardest part because the tissue will like stick to the sponge and move around, so you want to make sure that you really coat the sponge in liquid latex so it can like drip off onto the cotton stuff. And I just kept doing that, and then I blended the edges and made sure it didn't look fake. So, and I just kept adding more cotton until I was pleased, until my skin looked like lumpy and deformed. So now I'm grabbing some tweezers, or you can really use anything, I just had tweezers, and now I'm ripping holes in the latex, so I can put the Alka-Seltzer stuff in. I want to be careful because I pinched my skin like a lot, so. So now I'm just grabbing some paint. I mixed it to make it kind of look like dark red, and I'm just filling it in the holes and around the holes, so when you put the Alka-Seltzer in and it foams up, it'll turn out like the foam will be like brownish, reddish. And then I'm just going to paint. I ended up not using the brushes to paint because I like the sponge technique because it blended a lot better than using the paint brushes, considering I'm not the best at painting anything at all, just I'm not a good painter. But I'm mixing the red and the black and the green to make a brownish, and then I'm using yellow for fatty tones. And then I tried to mash up the Alka-Seltzers with a pencil sharpener, but it didn't work, so I went downstairs and mashed it into a powder. And I got the bigger chunks and I put them in the holes that we created earlier with our tweezers. Alright, and once that's done, I just mixed the Alka-Seltzer with red paint, and it did activate it. It got really foamy, so you gotta work pretty quickly with it because it'll start to foam up, and you want to make sure it's on your arm. And then the fake blood also activates it, so you need to be careful with that because it started like dripping down my arm horrendously, as you can see right there. So, and I just wiped that off because it just looked unrealistic. So, and then I just grabbed some water and sprinkled it on to activate the little Alka-Seltzer tabs that we put under the liquid latex, so they would bubble up some more. And you can actually see some of them like popping. They look like they're popping, which is cool. And this is what it looks like at the end. Sorry, my camera is in my, like my right hand, and I'm just retarded, so. And as you can kind of see, it's bubbling. One just burst, so. Yeah, that's how you do it if you want to look like you have a nasty chemical burn on your arm. So thanks for watching.